Dinner said life after coronavirus will be a completely different world. The formula for living and making money will be completely new. I've identified 4 formulas that will bring our company back to life. To make it happen, however, there is something we must do first. We must completely reset the way we operate our business. Let's reassess everything, removing anything unnecessary. We need to reboot. Over the next few months, our company charged ahead with rebooting all our business lines, clearing out anything that wouldn't fit into the changed world. It all went according to the 4 rebooting formulas. 5 months into the crisis, and fortunately, my company has continued to function. My prayers were answered. Not only did I not let go of any of my employees, but I was also able to grow new business and hire new employees each month. It is all because I found a different way to connect to the world. With those closest to me taking care of me, I could focus my attention on others outside my business. I had 1.1 million subscribers on YouTube and 15,000 students at MKYU who were all affected by the coronavirus in one way or another. While working from home, a single mom was notified that her job was gone. A month after a restaurant owner opened up, he lost all his customers, and the owner of a small travel agency was drowning in a flood of canceled booking and refund requests. Countless people were losing their jobs or businesses. Even worse, nobody knew the way out of that situation. All they could do was hope for the coronavirus to disappear and life to get back to what it used to be. Looking at the distressed people around me, I decided that I should write a book. I needed to share with others what I had learned and do it properly. I wanted to find solutions not just for my own situation, but for all the people I cared about and wanted to comfort so they could save their work and life. Several books had already been published that offered a micro view of post-coronavirus world, but I wanted to write a book that addressed how the life and growth of individuals would unfold in this changed world. I wanted to address the question, what does it mean to me personally? What should I do? In this book, I answer the question in 5 parts. The key takeaway in part 1 of this book is that hidden behind all chaos is order. If we see only chaos in the coronavirus-induced confusion and fail to see the order of the future, we will fail before we even start. The first key to overcoming this crisis is to find the order. In part 2, I present 4 reboot formulas that will change your life. The reboot formulas will help you identify the order necessary to move into the new world. The 4 formulas are what we use in my businesses whenever we plan for the future. They serve as the standards for evaluating risks and decisions. I will outline each formula and offer ideas for applying them to your life or business in order to maximize your chances of thriving in the post-coronavirus world. In part 3, I will walk you through the process of writing a reboot scenario. If you are like me, you probably don't have the money or resources to commission a team of experts to come up with and evaluate all possible scenarios in the post-coronavirus world. Most of us have to come up with our own plan based on what's most important to us. The practice will help you understand the specific obstacles that you face and plan for how you will address each in your own way. Part 4 emphasizes the importance of becoming a new learner in order to keep your job in this period of digital transition. It is easy to degenerate into a useless old-timer whose college degree ensured a comfortable life. But in this fast-changing time, you need just-in-time education that you acquire quickly and apply immediately. In this section, I will share what I know about renewing yourself as an engaged learner. Finally, in part 5, I will address various questions that anyone who wanted to succeed in this new world should ask themselves. How can I survive in the post-pandemic world? And what is the underlying cause of the coronavirus pandemic? I have concluded that this disastrous pandemic came about because of the pandemic came about because of the indiscriminate exploitation of the environment our generation has been engaged in. In effect, we have been handing down heavier burdens on the future generation in order to satisfy our destructive greed. We must stand up and act if we want to prevent the next generation from living with a constant virus. I'm not an ecologist or environmental activist, but I have been deeply impressed by the people in these fields who have pointed out that we must make every possible effort to save the environment so that our children will have a better future. I will also try to answer the questions: how should we pull together to find courage and hope for ourselves as we stand amid this disaster? I will talk about the survival through relationships that allow us to encourage, be considerate, and trust each other, and how to build the mental immunity that matters just as much as physical immunity at a time when the corona blues are consuming our hearts. I wrote this book with a mindset completely different from the one that I had when I wrote my previous books. In those books, I primarily summarized what I had previously learned from personal experience. For this book, I wrote almost in real time as I studied and gained insights into the ways in which I myself could survive. Never I had so desperately indulged in seeking answers and solutions for myself. Each time I found one, I cried out, "Eureka!"